Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I now call this meeting to order. And coming now are the leaders and charters the way forward. Is another RDMC this afternoon who will do a wonderful job starting the way forward today. And you'll hear from me further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sergeant of Arms. Good afternoon, Rotarians in-house and Rotarians online. Welcome. We'd like to call this meeting to order with an invocation by Rotarian Florenders there.
There's no audio.
You just went off. Thank you, John.
Okay, it's back on.
Thank you so much, President. Thank you so much, Rotarian Trisha. We're so happy and glad that all of you are here. We're just so happy that you are here. Happy that many of you have joined us again. And what a wonderful and beautiful day it is. Eh?
Yeah.
It is a day. It's a day that we are to give God thanks for. Beautiful day, beautiful sunshine. And we want to keep in prayer our brothers and sisters down in the south. Maybe experiencing a bit of the hurricane. So we want to keep them in our prayer. But here in the capital in New Providence, we have a sunny, blissful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm quite sure all of you around looking smart and smiling are doing well. And we're going to go straight into it. So do we have any visiting Rotarians on the call? Do we have any visiting Rotarians on the call? Any visiting Rotarians we notice on the call?
Good
Rotarian
afternoon,
Kino.
President Chantel, fellow Rotarians and guests, Charlene Kearney, Rotary Club of New Providence. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Charlene, Rotary Club of New Providence. We are happy to have you in the house. Happy to have you in the house. And we trust that you'll be blessed moving forward.
PAG Karen.
PAG, Karen, PAG Karen. Are you there?
She can't open the mic.
Oh, she can't open the mic. Okay, anyway, we want to welcome you, PAG Karen. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Is there anyone else? Okay, if there's no one else, do we have any visitors with us online or in the room? I see some recurring faces, familiar faces. Good. We have our good friend from Russia. She's from Russia. She's here. Let's give her a round of applause. She showed up again. I bought a guest. He bought a fellow Russian. So happy. Okay, good, beautiful. We got Russia, US. We got it made in the house. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us. We are truly happy. And thank your guests for bringing you along. I'm quite sure that she enjoyed our last meeting. Any other in-house guests that we have? Yes, Past President Stephen. Charles Major. Okay, good. Okay, good. So we get the director, assistant directors, we get everyone in from urban renewal. Let's give a round of applause. We have urban renewal in the house. We know that our past president Stephen plays a very integral role in transforming
The audio is off again.
Shabal. We want to thank Shabal. Always a pleasure to have you, my brother. And I think it's time. It's time. It's that time, Shabal. It's not that time to come over, cross the river. Yeah. Liliana. Yes, beautiful. Second visit. You, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Yes, online.
You have more guests online? Your guest online didn't identify himself. Could you? I'm being told now by the president that we have Esther online. Esther, do you want to open up your mic and just say hi? Maybe not. Anyone else online? Rotarian Kino, anyone else online that we can recognize? Yes, we got Esther. Esther is not opening her mic. Urban, Urban. How are you doing, buddy? I'm probably working, probably got a fan full. Okay, we will. Okay, okay, then anyway, let's move on. We'll just recognize them, put it down in the program. Madam Chair.
Thank you, Wayne. We'll now call on our president with remarks and announcements. Madam President.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's always interesting to see what is going to be every time. Be careful what you're touching, okay? Just be this way. Everyone, you mentioned that the storm, one of our Rotarians who is stationed in Iguana. Log on today because the weather is starting to pick up. We want to make sure that you know between today and tomorrow. So Terry Crystal is actually a big one. So just in terms of just some housekeeping of things that we have going on, we are still doing the fundraiser with the Switcherific drink. Hopefully all of you got the email. I also put in the chat. You know, the funds that we raised from this was for our Interact Club. So please, I'd appreciate it if you do support. I know Keno already said that everyone in his office is going to get a case. So I'm looking forward to that drop off on Friday. Thank you very much. Good work. And then of course, Rotarian Melanie is here. She's been collecting the prison. Melanie, if you want to give a quick, say I was going. Oh, gosh. Everybody wants to take the limelight. Yeah, to make sure that, you know, we do provide them. You get some for it, please, just so you can let us know where we're at with that, because, you know, they did reach out that they do require some assistance. So I was happy that RCN was able to.
Good afternoon. Before I begin, I would like everyone to know that I'm still collecting donations. I'm making a presentation on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. at Her Majesty's Prison. So you have until that time for all the donations. And I would like to thank so far PAG Larry, who donated $500. I also can set out a monetary donation. Blue for his monetary donation. IPP Mike for a box of toiletries. Raquel for a box of toiletries. And I just received a box of books and a tablet this afternoon. So that is how many minus 5 minus, right? So, so you know, like I said, we have 7 donations and we'll make it on Thursday. Tomorrow, Stephen and I are going shopping to buy everything that the female inmates could ever need and what they've requested. Fulfill our promise to the inmates who said to me before I left, please don't be like everyone else who come and make a promise and never return. So thank you so much for those who have already donated. Thank you for all of those who are on your way with the donations, and thank you for all the support. Thank you.
Thank you so much for spearheading this. Thank you, thank you. Do let us know when you have that band full, okay? I know you have that band full, excellent. Also, by way of thank yous, we had a lot going on this weekend. We did have the coastal cleanup. We had about 12 persons represented the Rotary Club of Nassau. Some were interactive, some were family of Rotary. We had Rotarians as well, so it was a good turnout. Amazing that even though we go out there every year, there's always still so much to do. So we partner with continue the partnership with them because they, you know, you still need the work out in that area. So thanks to Micah for spearheading that and getting the persons out to attend that. Sheila is online today. She did an excellent job with the RLI training. So you've got myself and Charlene and also Rotarian Monique, who have new certificates that we can put up on the wall now. All right, so it was really good. I mean, I do encourage you all, if you haven't done it, it's a lot of information. Even if you think you know Rotary, it's still good just to get that refresher to keep it in the front of your mind. And then you get to meet, you know, other Rotarians who are in the club in the zone area as well. So it was good. All right, so thank you very much again for coming out. Darren, we still selling tickets, right? Okay, good. We still have raffle tickets. Darren is here today with raffle tickets. Make sure you get your raffle tickets from Darren. All right. Huh? Oh, you want to make an announcement? Okay. All right. I missed that demo, but come on. All right.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. Again, as a friendly reminder, we are still selling tickets. The raffle drawing is going to be on the 1st of October. And so if you haven't gotten your 2 books as the minimum, I'd like to meet with you either at your house, your office, wherever you are, so you can make sure you get your 2 books minimum so we can make sure it's a worthy cause. We've identified in the Bahamas that there's some educational challenges. We as an organization want to meet those challenges. So therefore we implore all of you to make certain that you get your books. We're so happy to have the dean here from the university. And so we're now extending the invitation to all of you as well as our guests who are joining us. It's a wonderful initiative. And I'm sure you're going to be a part of it to make sure that we contribute to our children. We're inviting all of you to please get your books today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So make sure you all know how to reach Darren. Darren, you didn't give him a number. What's your number? 427-4019. Got that? Make sure you reach out to Darren so you can get your raffle books. Back over to you, Darren.
Thank you, Darren. I need a book. Thanks. Yes, sir. One more, that's right. Okay, by way of more announcement and membership and birthday greetings, we call Terry and Keno.
Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Well, that's only one person. Good afternoon, everyone. I just love it when we just start back with
Afternoon.
no organization. Thank you for those online. No organization goes unless there are members. The members are what make the organization. And that's what they're in Rotary. So we want to put our hands together for those of you who are visiting. Come on, those who are Rotarians, let's put our hands together. For those who are visiting and considering Rotary as an organization for you to be a part. As you would have heard in our announcements, we are touching every sphere of our society, not only with the prisons, with our donation, but also with UB and also with urban renewal. So we're very happy to have all of you visiting with us today. But of course, we want to recognize those persons also celebrating their birthdays. So we want to say happy birthday to PP Raquel. Come on, let's say happy birthday to Raquel. Happy anniversary, 16 years in Rotary. Happy anniversary, 16 years in Rotary. Wow, she has made a major mark in her community just by being a part of Rotary. And of course, today I was looking for him and I didn't see him. I normally see him every Rotary meeting. This is probably the first Rotary meeting that I have not seen Owen. I have not seen him. Today is his birthday. So, oh my goodness, we miss Owen. Owen, if you are online, if you are listening to this recording, we miss you. So happy birthday to you, Owen. And of course, happy birthday to Melissa, who will be celebrating on the 25th. So happy birthday to all of those persons. Very quickly, I just want to make this last announcement. We made 1 or 2 adjustments in the membership committee. So I just want to let you know who all will be serving on the membership committee now. I will be serving as your chair. In terms of membership, we have Dwayne Sweeting, who will also be serving on the membership, Crystal Roll, and also Shelby Rice. So they're the new persons who will be serving on the membership committee. And stay tuned because there's some new initiatives that we have, especially for our prospective guests who are here and our present members. So stay tuned. More information is going to come to you shortly. Enjoy the rest of your meeting.
Yes.
Owen was not here, so I didn't decide to do the birthday song. So, but we can go ahead and do the birthday song. Go ahead, let's do our birthday song.
Happy birthday to you.
We have Larry, who made that contribution. Larry, I'm going to ask you to stand to represent the birthday people, and you can stand. There you go, Larry. Larry has won every raffle that we've had recently. So Larry, are you going to dance for us today?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh!
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
My birthday, come again. My birthday, come again. My birthday, come again. How old am I now? My birthday, come again. My birthday, come again. My birthday, come again. So I can party all night.
Listen, you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Wow, Rotarian Larry, I did a move. What's the move just now? Well, coming to introduce our speaker for us this afternoon is Rotarian Darren.
Welcome.
That's so Darren.
Thank you very much again, Madam Moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, I have the distinct pleasure to introduce this afternoon our specially invited guest, the Acting Commissioner, the Department of Correction, Mr. Dawn P. Clare. Mr. Clare was born on the island of Andros. He didn't say whether it was north, central, or south. May I ask?
Central.
Central, okay. I was trying to make a claim to South Africa, nonetheless. Right? On the 3rd of January 1966. In 1984, Mr. Clare enrolled at Elmira College, graduating with 2 Bachelor of Science degrees in Computer Information Systems and Systems Analysis. Mr. Clare joined public service on the 2nd August 1988 as a computer programmer in the Ministry of Finance. In 1993, he became the Director of Information Technology at the then Foxhill Prison. He was tasked with modernizing the totally manual instructions with various new systems to enhance efficiency. In 2012, Mr. Clare was selected to attend the University of Singapore to study project management in prisons. In the same year, he went to Delhi, India for 4 months to study correctional leadership. Mr. Clare then went on to immerse himself in corrections by attending over 29 institutions throughout Canada and the United States. In 2013, Mr. Clare was appointed Assistant Commissioner of Corrections and in that same day promoted to Deputy Commissioner. As Deputy Commissioner, Mr. Clare was instrumental in formulating various memorandum of understandings with Canada and the United States as relates to staff training. In 2016, Mr. Clare was trained in executive correctional leadership in Ottawa, Canada for 6 months. Between 2017 to 2021, Mr. Clare was seconded to the Ministry of National Security, where he was responsible for all projects such as electronic monitoring, short spotters, drones, etc. On 28 September 2021, Mr. Clare was approved as Commissioner of Corrections and is currently tasked with building a new high-medium facility and getting the department accredited as a correctional facility. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians and guests, kindly join me in welcoming the Acting Commissioner of Corrections, Mr. Don Clare.
Again, it's a pleasure to be here. In my short presentation, I will seek to give you what we have in the prison and where the prison is going. So it may be a little disjointed, but you'll understand where I'm trying to go. First of all, let me start by giving you some stats about the Department of Corrections. Now, Majesty's prisons currently in the Department of Corrections in 1952. Now, that facility or facilities on that site was built for pure punishment. When I say punishment, I'm talking about no toilets in the cells. You have to slop, no windows, no ventilations, just pure punishment, no programs. So once you go there, you're going to be punished. So that's what we are starting off with. Hopefully, you see where we are heading. Now, in this 1,208 of them are males, 42 are females. We have 820 sentence inmates and 830 remanded inmates. Now, this is troubling to me. We have 874 first offenders. Now, you see, I wouldn't mind if this was repeat offenders, but when you have 874 first-time offenders, it simply means that, we are having new criminals come onto the scene. Age categories among the sentence population. From age 14 to 17, we have 3 individuals. From age 18 to 21, 75 individuals. From 22 to 25, we have 145. From age 26 to 30, we have 167 persons. From age 31 to 35, we have 141. From age 36 to 40, we have 100 inmates. So I will stop there. What I'm trying to point is this: the greater number of our inmates in the Bahamas Department of Corrections starts from age 22 to age 31. That's our biggest inmates. So in other words, that is not being productive or not being citizens to build the Bahamas. So this is a category now that we have to pretty much go after. Now, on the remanded side, from age, we have 18 14-year-olds in prison. 18. And you may say Jesus, but they're charged with murder, armed robbery. These are the ones that the Boys Industrial School are unable to cope with. And by saying that, they just basically wrote to us, asking us now to build a new facility on our site to house some of their individuals, because a lot of them are charged with murder. You know, now, so back to the remanded category. So from age 18 to age 30, again, the remanded population is a bulk of persons. Nationally, the majority of persons populated are Bahamians, 1,100 nationals. You know, in 2016, he had zero. Zero. But the day they got I'm trying to think what's going on. But the largest population in terms of religion in the Bahamas Department of Corrections is 454. And my is next. I get 74. I put the rest of I get in trouble. But anyway, just go on. We got 50. Yeah. You know, and now we now, sentence in it's amazing. We have 150 murder. Attempted murder, 46. manslaughter, 25, rape, 25. Largest category is firearms, 153. And then you have armed robbery, which is 196. So, largest category in today. I have something hard. We have 124% or remind. Minutes 22, manslaughter 8, rape 16, armed robbery 92, stealing 63. Again, firearms is up here 77. And I'll go on. Actually, staff business. Since assuming office on 28th of the month, we have launched the country government. And from September 28th to December 21st, 129 of marijuana. From January 1st to yesterday, we have found 404 packages of marijuana. Last year to December 31st, we found 142 cell phones. In 2022, in January to yesterday, we found 198 cell phones. And the stack goes on and on and on. Charges, moonshine, you name it. It's there. That's what we have today. Now, nothing is safe tomorrow. In other words, and the Bahamas. So yesterday, so and professionals out of Canada who is now coming to spend time with us to actually change our model into corrections. Going further with inmates, we seek to expand various disciplines so as to allow 90% of incarcerated inmates to partake in various technical, vocational, and rehabilitative programs that will address issues that cause them to be incarcerated in the first place. Now, I will digress again. Common bonds is approved the construction of a new prison, a 820-cell prison. Now, once this prison is completed in 17 months, the all existing medium security prison, we have 8 dorms. Those 8 dorms will be retrofitted and turned into 8 PPI dorms. So I said earlier that we now seek to have 90% of our inmates in class. The trust to put them in class because currently that's over 850 persons per second to begin trying. So I ask now, only school. Once an inmate graduates, he graduates with a certificate that says he graduated from the Bahamas, I mean from the BTBI institution, not the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Going further, we seek to establish meaningful sentence plan whereby upon completion, the inmate vulnerabilities and correctional needs can be met. Now, what am I saying? I'm saying this.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I come to prison
Attend.
for the offense of rape, sentence plan will be designed for you to get 18 years in prison. From day 1 to day 18 year, he will design a plan for you. And in that plan, he may say to you, you see the psychiatrist 10 times a year. We see the psychologist twice a month. You must go to anger management once a month. You may go to sexual offenses classes and training 3 times a week. You may go to anger management daily. But I'm just saying, we are now carrying plans to meet the needs of the offender. So our goal is that it doesn't matter what crime you commit, we need to have the resources and the human resources to cater for that offense. In other words, we're trying to correct that offense that you commit. Hopefully, upon your release, you wouldn't do it again. Now, some people say, go and change your human mind. So, but if we create the climate, and that's what our job is to create it, because president can't change no way. We are there to create the climate and to give you the best possible chance to want to change your life. And by us having the necessary programs in place, staffing in place, we can just do that for the inmate. Now, the next point is that, again, I said we want to improve the environmental for inmates by every single cell and without beds, bathrooms, toilets, study areas. So in other words, when those cells come from the United States, already built, they're gonna just put them down. It's already set for the image. But now going from feeding the floor. You're trying to humanize it. Because they feel like animals. But act like animals are hungry. It doesn't matter what we say, what we do. And that old approach, lock them up, punish them, it's never worked. Because we do it now, it's not working. So we have to now change our approach. Our approach is we're now moving correct, meaning that we're not taking a check. And that's all more alternative now to a new progressive rehabilitative model. And we'll talk about that model. But anyway, I'll talk about it now. That model simply means this. Every inmate that comes to prison is assessed upon entry. Number two, they'll be classified. In other words, you're separating your offenses categories. We are putting you in separate areas from the rest. Then after you're classified, we then now put you in a programming section, whereby now we will plan your sentence, your sentence plan. So what, again, I said it earlier, whatever offense you make or you committed, we will then put a sentence plan to correct those deficiencies. After you have gone in the various classes, we will then put you in case management. From case management, from release, we then put you into parole. But before you go to parole, we will then enroll you into something new that they will now called community inmate industries. Oh, this is the new model. It works in Canada. It works in Singapore. And in the Bahamas. Now, can you imagine? In Camp Road, you're building a towel industries. And being in Grantstown, a soap manufacturing industry. In Palmer Gardens, a block manufacturing industry. So this is what we want to do. We want to go into these depressed areas and how inmate industries develop. So whereby before the inmate comes out of prison, he's assigned to a job. And that will be part of his parole release. You must stay in that job. And if you rob somebody, half of your pay goes to the person who you rob until they are paid off. This is really going to. This is the new trust. This is what we seek in the new model. Now, we cannot do that unless we train staff. So I will not go to staff at the Department of Operations. And this falls on the government again of today. We need the government of today to create or infuse a new commission. In other words, it takes too long to start to get promoted. On average, it takes about 4 years. When the police pop them out every day, because they have their own commission.
You keep the staff happy. They can be motivated. What they can do? They can teach them. Second point, we seek to help all correctional officers certified in correctional leadership and inmates management. Again, this process starts on Monday. The American Correctional Association coming up. It is our goal to train in the police law 120 correctional officers. When I say train, I'm talking about professionally trained and how to deliver the various programming needs of inmates. Because we're not gonna put them in the cell no more for 23 hours. We're now gonna keep them out of the cells now from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily and put them where? In classes or in programs. You see now, this new correctional model, reverses what was in the past. And I can assure you, again, I say to you, what was done in the past, it never worked. So, let's try something new. Let us try what works in other countries. Canada recidivism rate is like about almost 4 to 5%. The Bahamas, 18%. In any organization, there are challenges. And our biggest challenges is poor working environment. Again, what I said earlier, long delays in promotion. Not being treated equally as it relates to other law enforcement agencies. And the lack of rehabilitative programs for inmates. These are our challenges today. Now, we all face a risk for a short period of time. So the question is always asked, what do you want your legacy to be upon leaving? And I will end by saying these two words. Number one, I will still have a legacy of having all correctional officers, which is 820 of them, certified as correctional officers. Right now, we only have one. When you're certified, you can work in any institution, any virtual. We have one. So we now have 890 more. Two, I want to have a legacy of being in the chair, then they construct the 820 bed facility. Number three, I wish to be thinkable or thought about. That person can say, when can say on the street, you know something? That must be clear. Allow me to go to school by taking up any program I wanted to go to. In other words, I want to expand various programs from 10 to 400 per day. That's the goal. And it's coming in. It's coming. That is coming. Our next legacy is that we wish to create a climate whereby public-private partnership can partner with us at the prison and develop industries. We have already gotten a public-private partnership person. In fact, we have gotten two so far. One want to do laundry services for the uniform branch. And one want to do lock manufacturing using inmate labor. Should we do it? You know, and the answer will always come to me and say, yes, we should. Because these are jobs, meaningful jobs, that the inmate can use, you know, upon being released. One of the last legacies that I wish to have under my hat is that the introduction and implementation of parole. Folks, the minister is always saying he wants this legislation to be before Parliament before December of this year. Parole. Parole is key for any reformation. Why do you say that? Because in the last 2 years that inmate has in prison, you want to put that inmates in various programs, give them jobs, and then you tell the inmate, listen now, I'm placing the responsibility of you staying out on yourself. Go to school daily. Go to work daily. Remain drug-free. These will be stipulations in his release. But if you break it, then you end back up into the facility, which I am sure the majority of them will take the route of not coming back. So, I will conclude by saying, managing and operating a prison is not easy. Many persons in society may say, why will a government invest in a prison and not in schools or in hospitals? I'll tell you why. Because we are receiving the high school dropouts. You will pay if you don't do it because they can kill you or wounded you and then you get in the hospital. So it is always better to invest in trying to change the minds of those who are caught in public society. And the Bahamas will be a better place. Folks, I'm excited. I am happy that we are now going in the right direction in terms of now trying to have this new model to create a climate to change the heart of the perpetrators. I would say the only young men who are causing problems in society. Change your ways. Love your enemies. Do good to those that pray. Thank you very much.
Well, Commissioner Claire, that's a wealth of knowledge. And I must congratulate you on your forward movement. I don't know if anyone have any questions for Commissioner Claire. I'll take those now for him if you do. I know everything was so to the point. Any questions, Rotarians? Online? Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I hope we can be in touch because I have a book that I think would be interesting. There was a very interesting study done by several faculty and staff at the university on some social impact of various programs at the Fox Hill. So make sure we get in touch. My question is, well, a couple of them. You gave numbers, great. How are they different, changing? How do you see them reflecting the demographic of New Providence, of the Bahamas, that might help influence or give insight? You know, is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Those kinds of things. And then I guess one thing that I know of in some areas is it's very hard for people who leave correctional facilities to get jobs. They've got that mark. And I know, you know, the training that you're giving them helps a lot, but if they have to, on a job application, say, have you ever been committed X? They're lost. And so I don't know whether that is something else to sort of think about in the whole mix of all of the great things they're doing.
Okay, I will think to address the last one first. That's why I said earlier that community correctional industries is the key. We know that many persons will not hire everybody. That's why the Bahamas Department of Corrections, in conjunction with public-private partnership, we will create jobs for the offenders. That's what, and I'm saying meaningful jobs. Now, going back to the first question. Unfortunately, we are seeing increases in the demographics of persons entering the Department of Correction. And I was the part of that approach that I must study.
You know?
Yes, I know the book.
Okay.
It's the field.
Yes.
You know, so and based on what we did back then in 2015, 2016, we are now seeing Bahamas increase in all categories. All categories. You know, inmates are not coming for money being in Runstown. They're not coming from Michael Road. They're not coming from South Beach. So you know, it's this, and they come from where they are recruited. I could be in Blair. And for instance, talk to me, man, let's go do something. And they recruit me. And see, so that's the way it works.
Yeah, very, very good. Sobering. I think it was a very sobering presentation you gave today. Two quick questions to you. The first one is, you talked about the impact of the family. What are your thoughts in terms of how has the family impacted one person's in prison? And what do you think needs to happen as it relates to persons connecting family to being affected by crime? That's the first thing. The second one is, you talked about psychologists, psychiatrists coming alongside you. I want to know whether or not one of the most foremost psychiatrists, I think, in our country is Dr. David Allen. Have you implemented programs with him, work together with your program there at the prison?
Forget what you are. I won't compete now. Damn, you will be again quick. But I will try to remember the question that you asked. Now, in terms of the families, we are about to reintroduce a concept called the Sycamore tree. And the Sycamore tree is a concept whereby we allow the families to come in and just to keep that bond with the loved ones in there. Also, too, we wish to have the families come in who the perpetrator has caused harm to, and we are trying now to get them to forgive. Because I can tell you, And the Commissioner of Police can tell you. We done lose over 30 persons who came out of prison. They came out today, they are dead because of retribution. Now, had we started a program a long time ago and said, listen, yes, I have killed your son. I am sorry. I cannot bring him back. Will you forgive me? And you'll communicate and you'll talk. Who knows? Something may happen. Something may happen. See, so it's all about forgiveness. And the Sycamore tree and other programs that are about to be introduced, we think will assist in keeping the bond together with the inmates, with their families, and also to trying to lower the temperature between the offender and the offender. Now, you mentioned about Dr. David Allen. Dr. David Allen and I, we work closely together. In fact, I will be meeting him on the 8th of October. And Dr. Allen do have a program right now for dealing with the young men. So he has done a humongous job, and we continue to lean on Dr. David Allen to deal with some of those persons out there. Because one of the staff that I did, we have 54 mentally ill inmates at the prison. 54. Some of them are extremely dangerous. But you cannot keep them there forever. You have to treat them and then release them. Now, there was the next person.
They were the only two. They were the only two. I'm getting
Thank you so much.
parking lot. They can be in the parking lot.
Really appreciate your indulgence in these questions. Okay, we're gonna move on now. Any other questions? We'll save it for parking lot. We have that section here. Coming to bring, thanks to our speaker is Rotarian Darren.
Do the raffle the same time.
Actually, Commissioner, I want to say to behalf of Voting Club of Nassau that we want to thank you for coming and sharing with us today. The information you've shared with us certainly opened our eyes. I take comfort in the fact that you have identified ways to improve the institution, both for the inmates and for staff. And no doubt those levels of improvement will certainly flow and spill over the community. There will be those on the outside with the practice menu. Thank you for sharing. Some of the thoughts are indeed frightening, but again, you hope and trust that it will certainly improve on your leadership program. Thank you for coming and sharing with us today. And certainly outlining what your plan and what your vision of legacy be. And they're going to add probably the 6th one here, legacy, in terms of working with us. The members here in the Rotary Club of Nassau. And this meeting has indeed been recorded, so we will memorialize here with us for the record. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rotarian Darren. Rotarian Wayne?
You know, follow Darren, what a beautiful word, timely word, being a former law enforcement officer myself. Commissioner, you're right on point. You're right on point. We have to rehabilitate our members, have to, because they're going to be spilled right back out into society, and that's why the havoc continues. And if we really want to solve the crime problem, we got to solve the prison problem first. That's the way forward. But anyway, nonetheless, that he was good. But on behalf of the Rotary Club of Nassau, our president, President Chantal Nesbitt, we'd like to just offer you those momentum, both you and your deputy, member of Rotary Club of Nassau, nice keepsake. So you can put it in a good piece. Okay? So you have to come up, come up, yep. Yep. Put on some momentum. Very important. These momentum goes a long way. Put this in the China closet now. Put it on the desk. And then moving quickly along, has everyone had an opportunity to purchase the raffle tickets? We have a beautiful knitted Cat Island bag right here waiting on you. And I see Larry bought about, I see 50 tickets. I saw the rule just keep on going off. See what win this prize. But please tell me someone else will win today. You gotta buy a bunch of tickets. Okay, so we get it, Jacob. Okay. Great. And so you're lucky. You're lucky today if you have 0, if you have 1, if you have 8, and you have 9. So far, you are lucky. And then you get luckier if you have number 7. Anyone have number 7 at least? And then here it goes, ladies and gentlemen, fortified, handmade, hand-woven, straight from the island of Cat Island, the number 0. Congratulations. I tell you this, if you play big, you make big. That's Larry.
Oh my God.
The whole bunch is given. I tell you that he gives until he receives.
He
gives and
receives.
That's a good example of giving. The man who gives the most receives the most. Thank you so much. Okay, so the petition's gotta get that. Larry's gotta give it to the petition. Let's give him a round. So, Madam MC, it's yours. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Oh, wow, you're teaching me to dance next. I'm grateful for that.
I can remember that.
Yes. Let's go right into this now. Let's do our 4-way test by Rotarian Florinda.
Good afternoon, everyone. The 4-way test of things we think, say, or do. Is it true?
Is it the truth?
Is it fair?
Fair to all
or
concerned.
concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Toast to all Rotarians.
Will it be fun?
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Madam MC. Good job.
Rotary around the world.
Claire, but you know, we're working hard. Thank you all so much for coming. I know we had mentioned that if you have any more questions, the commissioner is here. If you have any more questions that you want to ask in our parking lot, thank you so very much online. If you have any questions, please, just give us a note, raise your thumb up, so that we know and we can have you ask your questions. But thank you all again so much. Make sure you bring your donation for Melanie. Make sure you reach out to Darren for the raffle tickets. Also, I'm doing the fundraiser. RCN is very busy right now. Okay. All right. So any questions for the commissioner?
No.
Remember what the last
Question.
You forgot the question?
No, I'm good.
No, sorry.
We can take a picture. You take an official picture?
Okay, all right, well, it looks like we don't have any more questions, so thank you very much. Oh, sorry, we got a question in the back of the room?
Go
Yeah.
ahead, sir.
What's the explanation for the slowness of the motion that within your? Slowness is because the part of the direction, the part of the public service. Public service, roughly have over 3,000 staff. And they have to deal with all of them. So, if you have your own separate commission, you know, even be going service-wise, you have to go in department. So that's our issue that we are facing. We have to wait until they finish the hospital. Your weight, you name it. So, that's why, you know, we have a staff morale issue important. So when saying, agencies like the transport gets promoted per year. You get to 4, person gets to 0. That's an issue. And recently, currently, those things. Well, they're working on them now. You know, I'm going to say also, you mentioned about drugs coming into.
Drugs, phones, charges.
I can say. They should be told drugs or contraband is coming in from the general public. Staff. Recently, you know, the trend whereby now you're seeing drones. The drugs on the counter. I wanted to start to shoot down all drones that come over to the community. And now you have persons who are driving by in cars, throwing the drugs over the wall. So that's what we are facing. No. Yes. No. Well, the system that we have is one. You know, the intelligence on the system. And they make no sense. They rather have smuggle through that. So, what? It is tomorrow morning. There will be a meeting. Okay, into cell phone hits, cell phone blocking, and cell phone. I will say the next one. You know, we will solve the problem. Again, I get this one.
You know, most of them are right here. That's it? All right, so take a picture.
All right, thank you. Okay. All right, thank you, everyone. We're gonna log out now. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.